the views to roll in first before I actually give my review, because it usually takes like 3 to 5 minutes for the views to start rolling in. So the reason why I haven't been live on time, the time that I planned to be live, which was 11 a.m., which I told you guys last time, was, well, I mean, partially because I woke up a bit later, and partially because my mum made breakfast, so I joined them for breakfast, and I couldn't, like, usually I go out without breakfast and go like, I'll go record, I'll go record now and then come make breakfast. But you know, my mum made breakfast, so I just joined them and ate breakfast, so I'm a whole hour later. That should be, but at least I'm exactly 12 o'clock. The plan was 11 a.m. last time, so yeah. Oh, there's a person who's on his call right there, so I think it'll be better idea to walk here. He's just walking back and forth with his dog. Let's wait for the views to roll in first. It's a good weather today, can't lie. It's like warm. I don't know why I'm not sweating, but I feel like the sweat is gonna start coming in after a while. But it doesn't feel warm enough for that to happen. I don't know what it is. Like, it might be like the warmth with the humidity. Like, it makes it a bit. I don't know. I don't know nothing about this stuff. Got the crow over there. So I'll just start giving the movie a review now, and when someone comes in, I'll just like give them a bit of what happened. So, Toy Story movie. It was a good movie, especially taking into account that, I mean, it's not like Odyssey or Spider-Man: A Brand New Day or Obsession level movie. I'm seeing a crow do its job, like I found a plot of worm from the ground. It's not that level of movie, obviously, because it's like meant to be a kids movie. But what I didn't expect is that I'll enjoy the entire thing. Like, my eyes weren't off the screen for a second. By the way, for the 4 viewers that just came in, I was just talking about the Toy Story movie that I watched yesterday, Toy Story 5. I was just giving a quick movie review, and I was saying that it wasn't like top tier movie, of course. It wasn't like Obsession or it wasn't Odyssey or Spider-Man: A Brand New Day level of a movie, because it's meant to be like a kids movie. But what I didn't expect is that I enjoyed the movie fully. Like, my eyes went off the screen. I wasn't bored for a single second. And the crazy thing is, in the cinema, everyone watching it was an adult. Like, I couldn't find any kids there. They're like full grown men. There was like a couple that were like with white hair that were like extremely old, like probably in their retirement, coming there to watch it in the cinema. Like, there was a 40-looking-year-old man right next to me, and it was generally a good movie. And the way it was created and everything, like, in the beginning there are like 2 different scenes, 2 different stories unfolding at once, and like, which makes you question, like, where do they correlate? How do they both, like, how do these both worlds meet, and how does it like develop the story and make the story any more interesting? Because I will try to do it with no spoilers in case anyone wants to watch it here. So one side is like the toys, like if you watched the Toy Story movie before, the toys with their child, and they're trying to get the child some friends. While on the other side there were these what's it called, that one of her toys, the Buzz, Mr. Lightyear or something like that. There was a bunch of them, like around like 30 of them, who were in their boxes and were like marching on for a mission or something, and it keeps like switching between both stories, and they end up meeting. I won't tell you how because I don't want to spoil it or anything. So yeah, it was a good movie. It was a well-crafted story, and like towards the beginning of the movie, I'll tell you how the movie starts, because that doesn't really spoil anything. So there was this girl, the girl that owned the toys. She played with them and every day and everything, but she couldn't make any friends. So she wanted to make friends with the 2 siblings down the road. I didn't know if there were girls or boys, or one girl, one boy. I didn't really focus. She wanted to make friends with the kids down the road. And the toys were trying to make her help her make friends. So one of the toys, like the cowgirl, jumped over the fence and onto the road, so that the girl would run over there, and she's like in the looking at the direction of the kids while they're looking back at her, and then she takes the toy and use the toy to say hi to those kids, and those kids laugh and run away. And the toys were like, no, that's it, we actually need to make the child some friends. So they went to the other kids' house and went to their toys. In the garden there was like a bunch of toys that looked a bit ancient, looked like they weren't taken care of, and they were asking the toys some questions. I forgot what like the conversation was actually like word for word, but they were talking to them and they were telling them, or asking them some question, and they said, the toys were like, oh, you still play with your child? And the toys were like, yeah, we still play. Don't you guys, like, doesn't your child play with you guys as toys? Then the toys were like, no. They were like, they have, like, no one plays with their toys anymore. And they were like, they were confused, like, there's no way that people don't play with their toys. Oh, hi, whoever that is in the chat, I can't read that name. They're like, there's no way people don't play with their toys anymore. And he's like, look through the window. They looked through the window into the child's house, and there were two kids playing with their tablets. I was like, oh, there's this new thing called tech that's gonna take over. Hi, Kapandi? Is that how you say the name? They're like, oh, hi, toys. No. They're like, oh, those kids are like using this new thing called technology, which is just taken over and is gonna replace toys. I was like, there's no way that's true. Like, don't believe me, come. They went on top of the roof and they looked at all the house's windows, and they looked through the windows, and all the windows had kids playing with like tablets, and they realized that they were the only ones that their person still plays with toys. That's why she was finding it hard to make friends. What I'm talking about? Oh, I'm talking about. You can see the title of this live stream. I watched the Toy Story 5 movie yesterday, and I was just like telling you guys like pretty much what happened in the beginning, like trying to not give any spoilers of the entire plot. But like all the kids were playing with the tablet, and they realized that them as toys were the only toys that where their owner actually plays with them, and all toys are getting abandoned, and there's a new thing called technology that's trying to replace it. So they went back to the house, like, that's why no wonder she's not being able to make any friends, because all the friends are like playing on their tablets. Then they went back, and the next shot was their parents talking, like their kids' parents, because they were talking about the fact that the child can't make any friends, and they're like, and on their phone there was a tablet. I was like, oh, this will probably help us solve like her problem of not making friends, because she can make them online. It was like, and connect to them online, chat to them. And they were like, oh, are you sure it's a good idea? I was like, it's the only idea we got. So they buy the tablet, and her toys thought that they were safe from like technology taking over. They thought their kid's different and they'll always play with toys. The tablet arrives, and she gets addicted to the tablet and stops playing with the toys. And that's the plot of the story. It's like pretty much talking like about modern day with kids, and like that's pretty much how it starts. And as I said earlier, it was an interesting movie. I did enjoy it like thoroughly, like from beginning to end. I wasn't bored for a second, even though it's, to be honest, this is one thing I found out was this is the highest age rating for a Toy Story movie ever. Because what the Toy Story like company is trying to do, because the main fan base are the people who grew up watching Toy Story like when they were kids, like me. Like Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 released when I was a lot younger. And now that like the fan base of Toy Story is getting older, and those are its main fan base, so it's trying to appeal to its fan base while still keeping it the kids show that it is. So this was the highest rated Toy Story movie age rating ever, even though it's PG, so parental guidance. It's still for kids, but before it used to be G for every single one of the movies, so anyone can watch it without parental guidance. So And it did a good job of that. It did a good job of keeping it a kids movie, while its fan base that grew up watching it, no matter how old they are right now, they will still enjoy watching it. But because I enjoyed watching it, the whole thing, which was a bit surprising, because not, first of all, that it's meant to be for kind of kids, a kids movie. It's also the fact that it's also the fact that movies nowadays, when they do like movie 1, 2, 3, 4, when they get to that level of like this made so much of these movies, they end up like dipping off and becoming worse and worse and worse, because the company just starts doing them, milking them for money, because they know people are going to watch it either way. So they don't put that much effort. There's not much creativity. The creativity that made it a popular movie isn't there anymore. So it just keeps dipping off, and less people start watching it, and that's what usually happens. But that's not what happened to Toy Story either, because I thought that would happen with Spider-Man. I thought it would happen with Toy Story. It didn't happen with either, because I've seen a lot of movies that keeps happening with. So like, of course I was going to be a bit skeptical, but I was like, let's watch it anyway. So the next movie that I'm watching is going to be The End of Oak Street. This movie is technically releasing on the 14th. It's meant to be like it's nearly meant to be like Jurassic Park type movie, where, you know, like there's dinosaurs, and they, like, you know how Jurassic Park goes, they rip out of the cages and they destroy everything. End of Oak Street, which is releasing on the 14th, is meant to be a similar movie, but there's no Jurassic Park. There's no place that where the dinosaurs are. The dinosaurs just appear, or that's just how I think it is, because that's how I seen the trailer. Even though it's releasing on the 14th, because I got a membership with my cinema, it's gonna give it out to the people who got memberships 4 days early. So I'm actually watching End of Oak Street 4 days before it's released, which is tomorrow, which I'm kind of excited for. Hopefully it's a good movie. I don't know. And yeah, and I'll probably be here to comment on it right after the movie ends. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait. I also got like the biggest, widest seats so I can chill, and I'm gonna make sure to buy a bunch of snacks before it so I can enjoy it like to the fullest. So that's the movie that I'm gonna watch tomorrow. But and tomorrow is actually the 10th. So after tomorrow, my football league that I'm a part of, like me and my friends created a team and joined this league, is starting after tomorrow, like the first game. So I need to be preparing for that. I need to be doing a lot of stretching, doing a lot of exercising, and then the day before I'll just take it as a rest to prepare me and make me have like the most amount of energy for the game. So I'm going to the cinema tomorrow, so that's like maximal resting. You're not really doing anything. But today I should get training for it. And then, to be honest, it's going to be like such an exciting few days. Tomorrow, I'm going to the cinema. After tomorrow, my football league starts. The team and we have to get our team ready and win our first game in the league, which is not looking very good, because most of our team are not that good at football, because the rest of our team are all on holiday, so we can't really go well. The day after the football league, my friends get told if they got accepted to university or not. I'm not, because I'm not going to university this year. And the day after it, I'm going to be going to college to meet a lot of my friends from college and a lot of my teachers on results day. And we're going to know our results for our exams. And the same day, me and my friends are going to a buffet to eat a bunch of food and have fun. So it's going to be a very interesting few days. Hopefully I can still find time to stream during all that, because it's going to get really intense. And hopefully none of my friends get rejected from universities, because that would be horrible. I'll feel so bad, even though there's nothing I could do to change it. But that's what's going to happen for the next few days. And then I actually need to lock in on this whole streaming thing. I've planned out a lot of my streams for the future on how they're going to look like and how they're going to be as entertaining as possible. And I've like got the new phone so that the streaming quality is a lot better, and the video and the audio is much more, higher quality, so you guys can actually listen to it and not be because the videos with my old phone, the quality was so bad when I looked back at them, and the audio is a bit muffled because of the wind. Hopefully the audio is probably not as muffled as it used to be, but hopefully it isn't at all. But the next streams will be like the streams which are going to be much higher quality will be indoors, so there's no risk of that happening. So yeah, that's the plan for the next few days. I'm genuinely so excited. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to go back home, just eat as much as possible. Later, I'm going to gym with one of my cousins. And then, what am I going? So I'm not going to the cinema today, of course, because I went yesterday and I'm going tomorrow. I'll probably end up just going on my laptop and getting a bunch of business work done. And also one more thing. One of the guys who keeps annoying me on this flipping streaming thing and keeps commenting, telling me I have to watch Death Note, I have to watch Death Note, I have to watch Death Note. I've watched the first episode. I told him I couldn't find Death Note on Netflix yesterday because I couldn't. But I did kind of rush it a bit. But today I watched it. I went on Netflix, searched Death Note, find the first episode. I was like, I'm going to watch it so I can come here, tell him that I have watched it. And I did watch the first episode. And it was kind of interesting, to be honest. It was like, in the first episode, there was this kid who was in lesson. And then outside, he sees like a book get dropped from the sky and like fall into the ground. And then he leaves. And when he leaves class, he sees this book. He opens the book. And it said, I'm saying here like roughly, I don't remember what it says word for word, but it says that you write a person's name here, and if you write it, they will die within 40 seconds. If you don't specify what he's going to die for in the next 6 minutes, in the next like 40 seconds, I think, he's going to die of a heart attack. And he thought it was a joke, so he dropped it back. And then the scene cuts to him like going back home, and the camera goes on his bag, and his bag has this book. So he decided last second to take it. He thought it was like an elaborate prank or something. So he went back home and put on the news, and there was like this criminal that they were talking about, who broke in or something. They didn't know exactly what he did. And it was like, let me try this joke out. And he wrote on this book the person's name, the criminal's name. He wrote it down, and he waited, like he counted for 40 seconds. The criminal didn't die. I was like, yeah, this is a bunch of trash. I knew this book didn't work anyway. He was about to turn off the TV, and then all of a sudden, they go like, oh, we got news in. There's something that happened to this criminal. A few seconds later, they said, oh, he suddenly like dropped and died, so it's not a suicide. All the police officers said they didn't shoot him, and he was a bit shocked. He was like, no, this has to be a coincidence. And then there was a later scene where he was going to the store, and there was this gang. By the way, this is all happening in Japan. It's set in Japan. He was going to the store, and there was this gang who caught a girl, and they were basically going to strip her, and and he took the notebook out. He was like, he wrote this person's name, and then he wrote that he's gonna die like accidentally. I think like by a truck hitting him. So the girl managed to escape. She starts running across the road, and the guy got a motorbike, started going on the motorbike, and then a truck came, hit him, and he died. So he was like, no, that means this book is true and it actually works. And he kind of got surprised by it. And it cuts to another scene where there's like these gods, the god of death in the underworld, and he was chatting to the other I think they're gods. That's what they're meant to be. And he was talking to them, and they said they were talking. Oh, what did you do? It was like, oh, I dropped the Death Note into the human world, and they were laughing about it. It was like, oh, I better go check who has it. He went and he found this guy. This guy looked around and saw this person. And was like, oh, I see that you found the Death Note and found out how it works. And that god of death looked over, and he saw in that person's book, he wrote like at least 50 names in the book. He was like, oh, but he said, I've dropped it like many times throughout like history, and you're the most person who wrote like that many names super fast. He was like, yeah, I'm trying to get rid of the worst criminals in the world so that the world could be a better place. And that guy was laughing. He was like, oh, by the way, you've got the Death Note until the day you die. If you decide to get rid of it and give it to someone else something, I'll have to wipe your memory of ever knowing that this note ever appeared in like all your memory of this Death Note will completely disappear. So he was like, all right, but I'm not going to get rid of it. I'm going to use it to get rid of all the bad people on the planet. And that God tells him, oh, doesn't that mean you'll become the only bad human left on the planet? He's like, what do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. He's like, I'm gonna become a hero. I'm gonna become a god. That's what the kid was. So it was getting to his head, obviously. What are you talking about? Oh, I mean, what I was talking about earlier, I was talking about Toy Story movie. Now I'm talking about this guy who commented on my live stream. He keeps commenting every single live stream, tells me I have to watch Death Note. So I'm describing what happened in the first episode, which I watched yesterday. It's like, oh, I'm gonna become a hero. I'm gonna become a god, and everyone like will see me as the hero. Toy Story, no, Toy Story, the movie Toy Story 5. Toy Story, like a story, like a book. So yeah. Anyway, I would love to carry on the stream and carry on waffling, but the problem is my battery's on 1%. So I genuinely like had a lot to talk about, but my battery's on 1%. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified when next time was. I know it was a spell check. Oh, my bad. Oh, hi Bradley. My battery's on 1%, so I'm gonna carry on streaming later. I genuinely had a lot to talk about, but I can't now because of this, like, my phone's about to run out of battery. So make sure to subscribe so that you get notified when I next stream and I talk about this stuff. And see you guys later. Bye.